helping customers boost their security defenses effortlessly. That's the mission of Reach Security. We're speaking to the CEO about some of the biggest challenges we're seeing in the security sector and how to stay ahead of the bad actors, only on Taking Stock.
We really focus on helping security leaders understand how are they using their products today, how could they better leverage them to protect the organization, and then bringing in the action and automation to help them get more ROI, more security value out of all that stuff they've already spent money on.
So AI, as we know, could be a double-edged sword because both the attackers and the defenders have access to this technology. So how is Reach Security making sure that it doesn't become a vulnerability itself while also staying ahead of the curve?
As you alluded to, AI is both on the adversarial side as well as on the defender side. For us, it turns out that many forms of AI are actually really good at taking big swaths of data, we know this, and bringing things into context for the defender in terms of, hey, this is what I should go and pay attention to, this is what I should go and actually deploy, and doing that across what today, due to digital transformation, is a pretty complex organization, right? And for you and I, and protecting us. And so that's really how AI is bringing that all together and needs to do it at the speed of what the adversary is using.
Now, with zero trust architecture becoming more of a preferred model when it comes to securing remote or cloud environments, talk to me about the challenges that you foresee arising in this transition, and how are you helping companies navigate through these complexities?
Obviously, the biggest challenge with anything that's architectural or even in some cases theoretical is how do I apply this to my business? And the challenge you have there is, again, understanding how does each one of these individual products or platforms tie together to deliver a zero trust architecture? And then how am I going to tailor that to my business? I came from Palo Alto Networks, kind of one of the founding fathers of the zero trust architecture. And the biggest takeaways were, how do we apply this to our business? And that's a context and a data problem to go out and solve.
Talk to me about some of the priorities for Reach Security, especially in the near term and long term. How are you going about addressing the different needs and demands that might develop over the next decade?
When I was at Palo Alto Networks previously, my co-founder and I, we've been working together for 15 years. We saw this really big trend of buying technology. But one of the advantages of, say, AI, for example, is that it's going to be about how you operationalize or use what you have over the next decade. And what we mean by that is we're no longer just buying mousetraps and deploying them and saying we're good. It's how do we pay down risk debt in the organization? How do we minimize the number of people that have to be brought in to manage security overall or manage products and do more of the traditional real security work that's going to move the business forward? And so that next decade is going to really be about how do we bring operations to the forefront and make that more efficient, more effective, and ideally more automated.
Well, it's going to be a very interesting time. Thank you so much, Garrett, for joining us on Taking Stock.
Thanks, Transit.